announce that I believe the busway should move forward with all due course, but at the same time, I also believe that we need to move rapidly towards making money available to do the early work on the reintroduction of a Waterbury to Bristol connection. And will, in the next bond agenda, ask for $1 million in funds to be set aside so that we can do the good early work that needs to be done so that we can be competitive in going to Washington and looking for additional dollars to reinvigorate that line. I have to say that this decision was reached after meeting with advocates and opponents of the busway, and again, I thank them for it. The decision will create new jobs now as the busway project is ready to go. With 80% federal funding and a commitment from the Federal Transit Administration to sign a full funding grant agreement, this decision will maximize the availability of federal funding now and, I believe, moving forward. I'm also continuing to address the needs of commuters, as I've said, in the Bristol to Waterbury rail line. The proposed revitalization of this commuter rail line is in the very early stages of study, and I will put and ask the Bond Commission to put money aside so that that might be further invigorated. As I have to say this, although I think many people have thought of the two options as being mutually exclusive, I do not, and I reject that belief. I believe we can continue down these two avenues or tracks or whatever transportation word you want to use. It is clear Connecticut can no longer afford the status quo on any front, including our current transportation system. With this decision and others involving high-speed rail and other forms of mass transportation, we are working towards a comprehensive multimodal system that will not only move people and goods more efficiently, but more critically foster economic growth and improve quality of life for Connecticut residents. A large factor in my decision to move forward with the busway was the possibility, or I should say the probability, of leaving many federal dollars or funds, I should say, on the table with regard to this project and possibly losing additional federal funds in the future. If we had chosen to abandon the busway in favor of the rail project, the FTA did not mince words when writing to me or orally communicating with me that the decision would make it more difficult for us to access additional rail dollars. Essentially, we would have been back to step one in the New Starts program. What I'm trying to do is to make sure that there are sufficient funds to begin the New Starts program with actual hard data about the Waterbury to Bristol line, and that's the course that I've chosen. I know I'm disappointing some folks. I heard their arguments. I actually believe the majority of their arguments, and I will move forward as rapidly as possible to adopt that policy. With that, I'd be happy to take questions first on this issue, and as is the custom, to take questions on other issues after we've exhausted this.